in my cup, sun just peeking through. TV glowing in the kitchen like it always do.
Cheryl's laughing first, Jeremy's got that grin. Ryan's talking ports and plans, Ricky's reeling us in.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. There's swapping little secrets on packing light, packing smart. Which deck has the quiet spots where the late night stories start?
Scott's breaking all the tech news with that Scotty J screen star shine. I'm taking notes on napkins while my eggs get cold on the side.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. One day I'll book that cabin bag by the door, heart on my sleeve. Oh, yeah. Till then I'll keep on cruising through that YouTube show, make believe.
Go live together, start the day,
Sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, don't let go. You're my map and my talk show road. From cruise news to travel chatter, you bring us all on board. We go live together.
Whoop, whoop. You're muted.
Wait. Wait.
Hey, at least you caught it within the first few minutes rather than 5.5 minutes into the show like we did last Thursday.
Well, see, I was seeing if y'all could hear me or read lips in the chat. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm good. TSV. I don't know what TSV means.
That Savage Blogger.
That Savage Blogger. Yes, I would have got it maybe the rest of the week. I don't know. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I want to thank everybody. Everybody who comes in on our Saturday morning show, because that's sort of funny. You know, the Saturday morning show is sort of funny. And
Sorry, I missed it. I had chores I had to do before our pool party Saturday.
Oh, hey, we understand because we had a kiddie pool party over the weekend. So we kind of understand, because it's like whenever we go somewhere, we can't come home with just one baby or two babies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's got to be, this time it was 3 babies, not a baby, but then we came home with a baby, maybe 4 months old. Man, oh, that was strange. And he's hefty. You know, he's a big guy. So
hefty, wimpy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of hefty clinch sacks now, the old commercial.
Yeah. And let me tell you, we had such a great weekend. with the kids. Jeremy barbecued again. He is so excited, y'all. He can't keep that to himself. So you know what I do when I want to get some rest? I say, go out there and crank up the grill and cook this. So he's been cranking up the grill, cooking stuff. And see what else. What else do we do? I watched a lot of YouTube. The Cam Fam, his kids did his show, and he came up. They introduced us and all of this. They did all of the things that kids can do, and then they did it right. They did it well. They did it well. Um, Man, Ryan was busy. I didn't see too much of. Oh, Jeremy was sort of busy. You know, um, he was very busy this weekend. See who else? He Yeah, let me tell y'all a little bit about what Jeremy is doing. He's doing a connect and grow from his personal channel, and he's doing it with everything that Scott has taught him how to do. Um, it's a lot of graphics in there that now I understand how other people do it. Uh, Tony's brain games. I understand how he does it. He has to have OBS. Uh, Super Chat must have OBS. I know how they're doing it. I really do. I thought it was magic, but it just takes a little tech savvy, and he got his tech savvy from Scott. And oh, there he is right there. Wait, where are you?
Yeah, yeah. Wait. That is Colombia, South America.
Oh yeah, that's where you went, right?
Yeah, Cartagena.
Scott,
Yeah,
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for you to show up. I've been waiting.
because he's got so much to talk to you about tech. He's been just what he's been doing. I'm gonna tell everybody. And I finally had to burst his bubble. He comes to me. Oh, look. He brings the computer at my desk, his setup. Well, just one of the computers.
I get the
He's doing.
iMac, bring him in the bedroom, and turn it around and say, "Hey, check this out."
And you know what I tell him?
These things are.
I
I love them.
I said, I don't want to hear it. Yesterday, I finally put my foot down and I said, I don't want to hear it. I don't understand it. I don't want to learn it. You need to talk to Scott about that. I don't know what you're doing. It looks nice, but mm, but he's gonna have his show. Remember back in the day, I had the time slot for cruising through life at 1 p.m. Well, he's taking that because nobody is on at 1 p.m. on Sundays. So he's taking that time slot, and he's gonna do this Connect and Grow channel 1 p.m. with a lot of graphics. He's got uh it's called Creator's Cabin or something like that. And he's got a cabin with a fireplace that spits out smoke, out the fireplace.
You're in Texas for a fire, right?
Yep, yep. Because it's gonna be 92 degrees today. I just looked it up. And I said, Lord, I still got too many clothes on. I gotta do something about this because I can't take it. It's hot. And I can barely keep up with YouTube. You're right. I can barely keep up, but I try so hard. Like I know Kat and Matt, they come on after us on Saturdays, the morning after. I still like that. I love that title of their show. They come on after us. Um, Man, I don't know. I can't remember, but that show I don't ever want to miss because I like them, you know. And I like everybody. I'm not saying I don't like anybody, but I like everybody. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 92, Gerald. Oh God. Mm. And what I've got a um chat, you know. See, they give me the chat some days. So I guess they try to keep me from the chat. But I see the chat, and then there's those days that they zap it away. I talk too much. Wait, I don't want to. I
No
want
chat for
to
you.
yeah, I want to chat. See how they do? They can take it away at any time. The nerd herd, I watch the nerd herd because I'm a nerdling. That's what they call them. And then, man, if I did that with my kids, even my grown kids, if I let them open up the show,
Mhm.
they would, oh man, they would talk about everything and under. Because my oldest, she went on a cruise, and she feels like the cruise crew are working like indentured servants or something.
She said it's modern day slavery.
That's what she says. And then she refuses to go back on a cruise ship. That's her prerogative. You know, if she wants to fly to Greece, because that's what they're doing for their honeymoon, they're flying to Greece, and they have to buy their food, they have to get their hotel unless they get a package. You know, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't know what to say. Um, oh, we're kidless. How did I forget that? This is the second week in a row. The kids are giving Jeremy a break, and me a break. But Hannah's no problem. You know, she gets in her room and watch her TV or watch that YouTube, whatever that kids thing. Because that's because we can track her on every TV, every device. We know what Hannah's watching, and she's really, and or she watched people playing games because her brother Elijah is a gamer and he has a channel, and he's doing very well on that channel. He and this other guy got a channel together, and they're doing really well. But here's the deal: all I want Jeremy to do is, we talked about it in the pre-show, mow the yard and barbecue. I'm like the HOA. I'm his HOA. It looks kind of high out there. You better,
Oh, and it's time for me to throw Cheryl under the bus here. Speaking of cutting the yard and trimming and all that good stuff, we have some
whatever.
bushes.
What did I
We
do?
have
I
some
can't
bushes
remember
in
what
front
I
of the house.
did.
We pulled up yesterday back from Walmart fresh with a good load of groceries that we are about to go inside and make. Well, Cheryl says, "Hey, those bushes look a little high. Can you do that with the weed eater?"
And he did. It was like the scissors. See, I don't know. Like, you know, he got out there with scissors that we do our cutting with in the house, you know, and he got out there and did, before he got the weed eater, and did the sidewalk, whatever, you know, whatever you call a weed eater does to the sidewalk. I don't know what y'all call it. We call it the sidewalk. But here, I there must be a machine that does this, because he, but anyway, he went out there, you guys. I didn't videotape it. He went out there and did it with the
I did
weed
half of it,
eater.
let the battery die, and then
And
did it the right way.
There you go.
then his 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 our new son-in-law came by to pick up the girls, you know, the kids that spent the weekend, as well as Hannah, and they're gone, and to Wendy's house. But But I didn't know. I didn't know what. But it makes sense
The
to me. If there are blades on the weed eater, why can't you do the bushes? You know, and I'm not talking about bushes. What are they
wax leaf
called? Those
ligustrum.
things that
Wax leaf ligustrum
the
is what
things
it
that are
was.
right
Tore them
outside
up, and
the.
then I made it look better. It tore them wax leaves
Oh,
up.
they
I'm
did
telling you.
tear them up. They what did they do?
The weed eater tore up the branches that the wax leaf ligustrum leaves grow off of. It ate the flowers up. It did all of that. The right hand side might not make it. The left hand side was done with the clippers that you ordered for yourself to do this. So this side might be dead. That side might not be. I'm just saying it's a maybe. But I did clip the rest. I clipped the rough edges off of the right hand side to try to savor what was murder of a plant. I'm glad Crooked Peach is not in here right now. Now
Oh
she would hate
yeah,
me up about that. I'm
Crooked
telling you.
Peach.
But it
That's our Crooked Peach is our gardener expert that we ask questions
yep.
to. But we threw away the strawberries because I just couldn't wait for them to come up. And I went on TikTok, and I don't know if this is true. If anybody's tried it, you put a half a strawberry in the dirt
Put a half a
and
strawberry
cover it
in,
up.
take a half a strawberry out, put a half a strawberry in,
Yeah,
and you water it about.
and then you
Sorry,
shake it.
sorry.
Oh, okay, but see, she said, well, this lady said that if you do that, it will grow. Oh yeah, that's a squirrel moment. Yeah, I don't know which one
That
of
was
us
me.
had it, but I'm ready for the show to begin because oh yeah, the Cam fam, oh they were busy, you know, this weekend. They put out this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When people put out a lot of stuff, see what the Cam fam does. They say my notification. This is how my notification comes, and I don't know how he does it. It says for you, Cheryl, and then it says the Cam fam has live or the Cam fam has posted this. As soon as they do that I get a whole introduction from Mitch when he puts something out on YouTube. But that's it. I'm done talking. I really am. When I talk too much, it's hard for me to swallow. Okay, go ahead. I'm
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I am Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Right here is Ryan, and over there is Scott. Good morning and welcome. Hashtag Team Replay. If you are here for that reason, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming in to the replay. We really, really appreciate you. Enjoy your time here and leave us a hashtag Team Replay in the comments section. But for those of you that have joined us on the live stream, good morning and welcome in. Well, there is a busy cruise news season coming in, so let's jump right into it after the weather.
Oh, you're so proud. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not through talking yet. I'm gonna tell y'all, he is so excited about this weather thing. It's like Scott has opened up his brain.
This is not what Scott trained me to do. I'm only doing this for Go Live Together because we're stuck using Restream. I just want that first and foremost to come out of my mouth. I'm stuck using Restream on Go Live Together, so you're not going to get any better job than this. As long as we're on this platform, I'm sorry, but I can't do no better than this. I can't do it. But with OBS, on the other hand, I can do everything that you saw on Sunday.
See, OBS. He didn't know nothing about OBS.
Improved upon it so much in the last 12 hours, and you guys are really, I think you're going to like it. Anyway, the Creator Cabin comes on Sundays live at 1 p.m. and where I highlight creators. That's what we do. We take one creator and we just spend some time with them. That's what we're going to do. And we are going to expose you to them. So show up. Don't miss a show. Today in Fate, where we are located, it is 78 degrees with a high of 93 and a low of 73. Thank you. The rain chances are beginning on Thursday this week, going all the way through next Tuesday. So that's right. And also tomorrow, it looks like we got a little 30% chance too.
Oh, it's nothing.
In
30%.
Mechanicsburg, it is 66 degrees, sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 49. Oh,
Wow.
that's rough.
That's kind of cool.
I'm wanting to trade places with Scott at this point. We're getting into
I already turned the heat back on.
I know, right? Look.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, Scott, 91 is not my best weather. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh,
and here we go again. Tampa, it is cloudy, 84 right now with a high of 89 and 80 degrees for the low. You're staying in the 80s today, and it looks like way, way more rain coming in. The chances are lightening up, though, Ryan. It's a 45% chance of rain today, 65 tomorrow, 85 the next day, and then it tapers off after that. Yeah.
Oh, and he's been getting the rain. Tampa has been getting
If
rain.
you are sailing away from Galveston today, it is 81, feels like 87 with a high of 86 and a low of 79, and it is raining. That's right, for the next 7 days, 6 or 7 days. It'll be raining.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be raining this weekend too whenever you sail out of Galveston. Be careful.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of rain. Okay, go ahead. I'm not going to talk no more, babe.
A hiker from a cruise ship vanishes on St. Kitts volcano as search continues. Now in its 4th day, the search continues for Wang, last seen on Mount Lemuga hiking trail on St. Kitts. The 33-year-old Wang was just last seen on Wednesday, May 27th at roughly 10:30 a.m. He called emergency services himself at roughly 2 p.m. to report that he was lost in the mountains before contact was disconnected. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has confirmed that the search is still ongoing for Wang. Multiple agencies have been involved, including the officers, the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force, the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Department, the Police Training School, the Forest Unit, the Red Cross, and the Ross University K-9 Unit.
Sounds like the whole island.
Yeah, everybody's looking for this dude. Wow. Search operations have been coordinated across the mountain as Wang's position has not been confirmed and he has not yet been located. At this time, there is no deadline to discontinue the search efforts. No further details have yet been released. The Chinese male national is believed to have been hiking alone without a guide, and the Mount Lemagua Trail is a challenging one with steep sections that can have tricky or slippery footing depending on weather conditions.
Scott, you've been to St. Kitts. Have you been where that is?
I've been all the way out on the edge of the island at the base of where that is. There's a fort there. In fact, my wife she was like, I'm a little tired, I'm gonna sit down for a minute. And she sat down on an anthill. And all of a sudden, within 2 minutes, her entire legs were covered in some tropical ant species. And we spent 10 minutes trying to get them completely off, right? And we still laugh about it today. I'm laughing about it right now. So anyway, but yeah, so I've been there, but obviously not on the trail, but right where the trail starts. So
cool.
Oh, let me tell you, Zach, because I said something like, I don't know what we were talking about, but I said it was hard to swallow. And that was it. That's why we're in the news. I don't know, Zach. And it wasn't you that took me down the rabbit hole. I don't know what we were talking about, but whatever it was, I said it was hard to swallow. Go ahead with the news.
Carnival issues swimwear dress code warning ahead of port call.
What kind of strict?
I don't know. My iPad is not iPadding right now, so we'll just have to wait until the internet catches up where I can actually scroll this thing. So
Okay, you know, do you have it? Scott, do you have it?
I don't.
Oh my God.
it's all good. It seems to be scrolling now, so it's just a matter of waiting 30 seconds to where this finger movement can be registered by the iPad. It's like, hey, I'm trying to view work. Right now.
Yes, it is.
We do have an update to that video that I showed last week where the shower was like overflowing. So because of the thousands and thousands of views that the video got, Carnival decided that they were going to refund the cruise to those people.
Mm-hmm.
But only because it got like 10,000 views.
My God.
Because when they reached out to them, they said to them, "We see your video has received a lot of views online, so we would like to talk to you about it." That's how they actually prefaced the entire contact, was, "We see your video." So that's what it took. It took bad press for them to step up and do the right thing by those people. Oh.
That's really why I'm trying to get to this cruise news. I would hate to have to pull it up on this machine right now.
Oh my God. That is crazy. But they did it because, see,
that's how, I mean, she actually did a follow-up video, and that's how she said that's how they started the conversation with them, by saying, "Hey, we see your video has gotten a lot of attention online. So we would like to talk to you about the situation." That's how they started the conversation. So it was really only because of the bad press. And I think to myself, how many people have been on a ship and had something similar happen, but they didn't do a TikTok about it or anything like that. And the cruise line, so they said then the next thing they did was they apologized for the crew not doing what they were supposed to do. But come on, right? The crew did what they were supposed to do, which is don't do anything unless you have to. Right. So, and now obviously the crew are just following orders, right? Those orders of don't do anything unless you have to comes from Miami. Right. So, but, and I just think to myself, as much as I love cruising and I sell cruises and stuff like that, it's so conflicting for me that this industry just will not step up and do the right thing. I realize, every situation is different, but that situation was clearly one of them where, if you saw that video, those people's cabin flooded, their bathroom flooded, but with sewage, right? Not just water, it was like sewage. So,
poo-poo.
And then they didn't even want to move them. They wanted them to stay in that cabin and just put fans on the floor.
And step on poo-poo.
Yeah, right. So then the other thing too is they took their clothes and they said, "Well, we'll wash your clothes that got ruined, that got, sewage on them. We'll wash those for free." But then they ended up actually charging them for the laundry. So they found the laundry charge on their bill. So then, of course, once corporate contacted them, then it was like, "Oh, we're going to refund that," But yeah, if they hadn't had that situation, they would have been stuck paying for the laundry, even though it was the cruise line's fault. So, how we doing on that news?
Good update. This one just came through 5 minutes ago. Carnival guest saves life after fellow passenger falls off the pier.
I've had a lot of pier falling lately.
Yes, make me scared to get my. Oh, let me tell y'all this. Y'all know about the scooter, right? Well, the scooter dimensions, I said a good big word, is bigger than our trunk. So either we got to get a And our trunk is pretty big. I want you to know. It's it's 16 inches is what it is, but then no, our trunk is 15.
15
The
and a half
scooter
inches
is
high.
16, right? The scoot, yes, 1 inch more than we can put in the thingamajig, the trunk. So, and they don't have anything. We looked to see if they could get down to 15 inches or whatever. And Jeremy couldn't find anything that went down to 15 inches. So I don't know. I guess I'll have the rollator still. We just couldn't find anything
The rollator fits barely.
that fits.
Yeah, barely. I still have to kind of like close the trunk down on it, but it works. You know, it all depends on how the front wheels. If their front wheels are up and down, we're not closing it. If they're flat, then we're good. So that's the telltale of how small it was. But a recent passenger of Carnival Jubilee went from being a regular cruise guest to a life-saving hero. While visiting Costa Maya, Mexico on May 19th, one man sprang into action to rescue an elderly guest who had fallen off the pier. The guest, named Myron, jumped into the water to help a complete stranger.
Mm.
Video footage that the cruiser quickly kicking off his shoes and slipping into the water next to the vessel without any hesitation as other guests looked on. Crew members was seen trying to pass the fallen guest a rope to pull him to safety. But according to Myron's wife, Amy, the elderly guest was face down in the water and close to drowning. Myron kept the man afloat until crew members could lift them both out of the water safely, no doubt saving his life.
Okay, I want to ask a question. How many of you would do that? Jeremy?
I would. I know
Probably.
I know how to swim. I would.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably jump in.
Why do you learn how to swim if not to save a life?
To save
that's
yourself.
stupid. That's just stupid. You're supposed to use your skills to help others.
Mm.
Treatment was provided at the onboard medical center, and the unidentified man was able to enjoy the rest of the cruise vacation. He disembarked at the end of the 7-night Caribbean sailing in Galveston, just like all the other passengers. The ship has continued operating 7-night Western Caribbean sailings out of Galveston as well, except for the February 14th, which is only a 6-day. I'm still salty about that, by the way. Carnival responds to the pier incident. Carnival Cruise Line confirmed that the man had fallen off the pier in Costa Maya, but did not publicly acknowledge Myron's life-saving actions. Quote, on May 19th, while the Carnival Jubilee was docked in Costa Maya, an elderly guest fell into the water while returning to the ship on the pier. Our security team responded immediately, and the guest was safely recovered and transported to the ship's medical center for care. He debarked the ship in Galveston at the end of the cruise, unquote. The cruise line continued.
But in the chat,
They did that.
Will G would, because he's military, he's military. And Zach is a certified lifeguard. Let me tell you, down in Galveston, the high school building where the kids go, they have a swimming pool. So did you have to learn how to do that because of a swimming pool at your school? Or did you learn to do that just because you were one during the summer? Like, what's that show? No, what is that show?
There's a new viewer. There's a new viewer talking about my shirt. That's why I had to. That's why I had to show it.
Oh,
Let's go bananas. I love it.
Because he can't pronounce words, and when he can't pronounce words, you say banana, and because he has a lot of banana problems. Tuesdays with Joy. Good morning and welcome in. But listen, Zach, that was a question I'm asking you. So, anyway, I'm done talking. Go ahead on.
But at least on board and on social media, crew members and guests celebrated Myron for his heroism. After exiting the water, the cruiser was met with a round of applause. According to Amy, their room steward wrote a thank you message on the room in their stateroom. The couple was also given a keepsake pins and a free steak dinner in the Fahrenheit 555 steakhouse. While the elderly man's identity has not yet been confirmed, his daughter has commented on Amy's TikToks to thank the couple publicly and give an update on her father's condition. Your husband is a very wonderful person. This is my father. I can't thank him enough for his fast acting. My dad is doing very well, the daughter commented. He had black eyes and cuts and bruises all over. He is 84 and cannot swim, so your husband's quick action is the reason I got to hug him again. God bless you both, and thank you so much, she continued.
I had to pull Tuesdays with Joy up. I have already been subscribed to you, and if you haven't been subscribed to her, she does a lot of those nature things like Pitt's Life.
Was that Joy? Yeah.
Tuesdays with Joy. I had already been subscribed to her, but I hadn't looked. I got stuck in these guys' channels because I like to see what they're doing. But Tuesdays with Joy, whatever.
Zach answers your question.
Okay. It was my first ever job, lifeguarding and teaching swim lessons. Then when I became a swim coach at the high school, I needed, because I thought it was amazing that the high school in Galveston had invested in a swimming pool with lounge chairs around it, and stuff like that. And I said, this is a great idea for the kids. Even if they couldn't swim, somebody was out there with them that could swim, and they could sit around or get in the water. I thought that was awesome. I did. It's a good relaxation for kids that are in school.
Earl, you mentioned Galveston. And I'm sure you guys heard about this.
Yes, we did. We heard about this.
Oh my God.
That's the roller coaster. They got stuck up there.
For 4 hours, right?
Woo.
Facing the
look
sky.
Look how they are though. See, we didn't see the picture.
No, we didn't
This is
see
my
that.
first time seeing the picture. I've never seen the picture. And look, oh my God, they're all their body is downward, and not upward. Oh man, they should take that down in a way because it's over the water. Anything can like that.
Yep. My fear of heights is a valid one.
Man, if you were up there with your family,
I think it said it took more than 4 hours to get them all down. I saw several news broadcasts from it, right? So that they came up on social media. So
yeah,
crazy.
And that was my first time seeing that, and I'm glad you showed it because I like to see the news videos when we talk about them. That was really something.
So I actually saw one where because it took them out one by one, right? So once they took them out of the coaster car and onto that platform, then that person on a harness, right? Like they had a harness on them, but that person then had to climb backwards down that ladder all the way to the ground.
I wouldn't been able to do it.
Right. Because there was only enough room in that basket up there for the 2 rescuers and like 1 person, right? And they had 6 people in there. So each time they pulled somebody out, that person, then they put a harness on that person, and that person had to like go down the ladder backwards.
I couldn't do it.
And then once that person was down, then they would pull the next person out.
Yep.
And then I just want to say this, just because this is the shameless side of AI, right? I then saw a subsequent AI generated. You can tell it was AI generated, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good, but it was AI generated. I saw this shameless AI generated news clip that said that one of the passengers, one of those people, was now suing the fire department for touching them inappropriately while they were taking them out of the road.
I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that.
You know what's so funny about that, though, is I wouldn't doubt it in today's society. I would not doubt it.
No, right. I mean, I agree, but you could tell that was not true.
Right.
Yeah. But somebody,
AI has indicators, but that's just consumer level generative AI. We need to make the distinction between what AI we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm learning that most of AI is simply just letters. It's text, y'all. It is not a unicorn riding on top of the moon. That's not what AI is all about. I'm sorry, but I'm learning differently, and I have to correct what everybody's thinking here. Yeah, you can draw a unicorn on top of the moon. That's cool, but that is not all of AI. Most of it is text and formula and code and HTML code. I built all of those visuals that y'all saw in Creator Corner with AI. Text only. These are HTML files that are repetitively going all throughout the show that are just simply browser overlays. That's it. You know, it's not, just I made a whole bunch of photos and overlaid them. That's not what happened. I built that thing step by step. And Gemini actually is the one that I use for it. Thank you, Scott, because Gemini is owned by Google or Alphabet Incorporated, which also owns YouTube. And my simple brain says if one owns the other, then that AI is only going to give you the best advice about the thing that they own so that y'all can make the most amount of money together. That was my thinking toward that. So that's why I'm only exclusively using Gemini, because I'm gearing it towards YouTube.
Now there's been some independent testing done by, reputable tech companies and stuff, testing the different AIs, and then giving them, what they felt their conclusion was the best AI under the test conditions that they gave them. And Gemini, regularly scores at the top, right? So it really is, although Claude is definitely right on its heels, but Claude is a different type of AI. Claude is more geared towards a corporate environment, team, kind of, work space kind of stuff. It's not, you wouldn't really go to Claude for generating the kinds of things that you're talking about, right? So you really would just be looking at ChatGPT and Gemini, and I think Gemini does a better job. That's what I think personally.
Gemini is great. I built that whole show with Gemini from start to finish. It gave me step-by-step instructions on how to do everything in OBS, and then everything to do on the YouTube side and the studio side and the Studio Live producer side and everything. It tells me where to go and what to do. So that's why I love Gemini. And also I save my Gem vector. The way I don't have to type in the fact that I own an Apple computer. I don't have to type in the fact that I use an Elgato Wave 3 microphone because it already knows.
It knows it.
That's the agent side of it. You have to teach the AI about yourself. Otherwise, it's going to give you a brown unicorn whenever you wanted a white one.
So Google they had talked about this like about 6 months ago. They said that they were going to eventually replace Google Assistant with Gemini in all of the different environments. And one of them was Android Auto, right? So of course I have Android Auto in all of my vehicles. They didn't tell us when they were going to do it. And then just one day, I hit the button and asked it to play something from Spotify, and Gemini was the one that responded and it scared the crap out of me, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that's just step one, was just to get Gemini in the car. And then they're going to be doing more with like maps and stuff like that or whatever. But what's really awesome is now I can do this thing with Gemini where I can wake him up and then just say to him, let's talk. And then he goes into a continuous listening mode, right? So we can literally have an entire conversation back and forth for an hour. I do not have to keep waking him up or keep prompting him to listen or anything else. I can just say, Gemini, let's talk. And he will constantly listen to me until I tell him, okay, I'm done talking to you now. You can stop listening. And then he stops listening until I would wake him up again. But, even with this one back here, she has this follow-up mode where, she comes back and you can say something else to her, but it's still very limited when you compare it to this open dialogue that you can do with Gemini when you say, Gemini, let's talk, right? And that you can do that both on your phone, if you have Gemini on your phone, or, in this case, I'm doing it through Android Auto, because I have a long ride to my back and forth between my bee yard and my house. And it just gives me a lot of time. And, now I'm obviously not having a conversation with Gemini every single day, but when I need to, or want to, or I think of an idea and I want to bounce it off of him or whatever, or get some information about it or whatever, I can, and I don't have to keep waking him up. I can just literally talk to him like he's a passenger in the car.
Good
And speaking
morning,
of Gemini,
TJ.
Tuesdays says
The
we are in
girls
Gemini.
are us. Oh, she has a twin. So does Hannah. Hannah has a twin. He's a boy. They are fraternal twins. But they are very close, even though they're far apart. They're very close.
Yep.
Okay, but
TJ?
this is what I want to say about something. I know the news isn't over, but let me say this. Good morning, TJ. I've been having a whiplash trying to keep up with all of the stuff you're putting out there. And the girls are us. Welcome to our show. Good morning and welcome. Because I see you in everybody's chat almost. And the girls are us. They're always on the move. They go a lot of places. Oh, see there, Scott? It says, that happened to me on my Ford truck where he wanted AI to talk and then Gemini bumped in,
Foodie, there is an interesting question. It will. It produces a small little 15-second audio clip for you in the event that you ask it a question. It's like, sing me a happy song, and it'll do it. It'll produce this little thing. And at the end of it, it's got the little Gemini thing. It produced an audio clip, and it sang to me the other day. But yes, it will.
And my AI sings to me too. So my AI sings to me as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but 50, sometimes I prefer to talk to myself because I usually always give myself the best answer.
Yeah.
I need expert advice. That's why
and Jeremy, and that's what he said while he was working on that stuff, that OBS presentation with all those things. Guess what? He would, because he was on the computer, he talked to the AI, and the AI gave him all this information that he was just bursting with information, I tell you. But then eventually, he got it. And then, he said, man, I need to call Scott and let Scott know what I can do.
Well, and so in Pennsylvania is there's a bunch of states that enacted this new law, but Pennsylvania was one of the states that was spearheading it, right? So they enacted this new law that you literally cannot be on your phone. Your phone cannot be in your hand at any point in time.
When you're driving?
There's a bunch of states that enacted this law, but like I said, Pennsylvania was one of them that really spearheaded it and really was pushing it hard to get it through and done. And enforcement is going to be extremely draconian in the state of Pennsylvania. So, to be able to just not only summon that AI, by just speaking a word, but then being able to have it stay online if I need it to, and be able to dialogue with it is, going to save me, $50 fines, right? Because it's $50 every time. And so like they enacted the law and then they said, okay, but we're not going to enforce it for a year. But then now sometime in the month of May, it went into enforcement. So, so you just cannot have your phone in your hand at any point, even at a stoplight, or anything, right? So you really have, that's really where the ability to have the AI perform some functions for you is going to come in handy for sure.
Absolutely. All hands, especially in the vehicle. I do like that because I go hands-free all the time. My phone mount is a magnet. Okay, I wish I could show you the backside of my phone. This magnet is so strong that I could stick it to the fridge and actually do vlog videos in the kitchen. So I have a magnetic mount that has a MagSafe, because I have a MagSafe case on my phone, and it always stays right there in the windshield wherever I need it. Because I used to be a DoorDash driver. That heads up thing and you keeping your eyes on the road is the most important thing that you can do whenever you're driving. That phone didn't used to be in the car with me. I used to be able to drive.
Oh, yeah, that's how my phone is, both of them.
I used to be able to drive and get everywhere where I'm going without a phone. Okay, so I'm still in that mindset. Even with the GPS, I'll listen to it. I won't watch it. I will listen to the GPS. So there's a difference. If you think you can't take your eyes off the phone, put it down in the cup holder. Have some discipline. And always watch the road. If somebody texts you, guess what?
Watch those kids that are out there.
Guess what? The text can be read out loud via Android Auto, or in the event that you have one of your AirPods in. AirPods, if you're an Apple user, will read your text messages to you. So, and also you can respond to the text, I'm on my way. You ain't got to pick up that thing and text at all. So as far as people that say, I can't make it by without my phone, hey, I understand where you're coming from. However, it's not true. You can make it without it. I'm a payphone pager type of person, Shoot, cell phone. I grew up in a time when cell phones didn't exist. So it is not really.
Right.
I would rather get on a PC than a phone anyway. You got more screen size and you have more options. Most of this stuff that I do, you have to do it on a PC. Now, some things with Gemini, you have to do with the mobile app. It's like you have to use the mobile app for it, which is cool, but don't do it while driving. If you're going to create and drive, have a good phone mount and point that camera away from you. Do not try to read
Tuesday with Joy. Can you do us a favor so other people can connect with you? Drop your link Danny can drop it, but you can drop hashtag creator in the chat and it will drop it for you. Morning, girls. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, it's nice that they stopped by, huh, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like channel hop too, which is always encouraged.
Yes.
Channel hopping is encouraged. In California, you better not have your phone in your hand while you're driving. You will get a ticket. That's right. Texas is doing the same thing. In certain school zones,
especially about school.
Yeah.
If you have a phone in your hand and you about school, you will get a ticket.
That's $300. Yep, that's $300. Easy. Anyway, we are rolling up on the 5-minute mark before Vicky comes on, so be sure to head over there. She is the next live show this morning. But before we get out of here, I am going to read another story.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna listen.
Carnival issues swimwear dress code warning ahead of port call. New Caledonia has some spectacular beaches, and the perfect beach day is a highlight of many South Pacific sailings. Guests aboard Carnival Splendor, however, are being reminded that not all swimwear is acceptable in the French territory. The Carnival Splendor, on her current 8-night sailing from Sydney on Saturday, New Caledonia is the ship's first port visit of the itinerary planned for Tuesday, June 2nd. The letter from the ship's master has been delivered to guest staterooms to remind travelers of the dress code and what isn't permitted. To observe the local customs of the island, a respectful dress code is essential, the letter explained. Swimwear should only be worn at the beach or by a pool and should be very modest in nature. G-strings, thongs, monokinis, or mankinis should not be worn, even on the beach, and topless sunbathing is also not
What happened to him?
at any time.
You're blurred. Like, you know, those people who are witness on these shows I watch and they don't want to be seen. He's blurred out. But where is that place that he's talking about? I've never heard of it. I don't know where it is.
In the Pacific.
In the
Hello?
Yeah.
I
We can
didn't
hear
know.
you. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Your thing
You have to
is
start your virtual camera.
I know the phone. The phone went off. Somebody's calling.
Oh, so yeah, it pauses the virtual
No
camera
wonder.
with OBS.
It's probably for me. I'm the person that gets all these calls, but they don't come to me. They come to him because I can't make it stick in here. They want, the nurse or the doctor or something. I don't know what they're gonna do because the scooter can't fit. I don't know. We can't make it fit. And then we saw that an option was, this is the option. You can take the scooter apart. Who was that?
Oh, that was another one. That was a YouTube channel. I went down a mobility scooter rabbit hole and asked what mobility scooters can fold flatter than 15 inches. Well, there is one that you can take completely apart, like the front handlebar comes off and the body and the basket, everything comes off, and you could put it in 3 different sections in there. But yeah, man, that it's out of this world. What they want.
Let me tell y'all, because I don't want to talk about the scooter no more. Jay Jordan has gone on, I think, his 3rd cruise. And let me tell you, he wasn't a cruiser before that. He was in another community. Let me tell you, he has put Pitt's life on a cruise. They went on a cruise together. And man, just to see them together, her holding up her phone when she got on board like this, she even showed herself riding to the port with her, being videotaped. Man, it does my heart good when non-cruisers have gotten hooked and they bring somebody else along that's in the community. Pitt's life into, she's in our community because I sub to her, but in the other community, the community that does what Ryan does with the fish and just have it there, man. And I was in her chat not knowing that she's going to go on a cruise. She was exercising to lose weight. Now she already has one of those bam, because I saw her when she walked on the ship. She's got one of those bam.
Okay, but was it one of them like boom on this side and then pow on the back side, or was it just
No, she had a bam. It was all put together. Pitt's life was all put together like a Coke bottle. Yeah, she was like a Coke bottle.
Yep. Camille.
Camille.
Yes,
Oh, that's how y'all met. Okay.
that's Foodie's girl right there.
Yep, that's where I got it from. Foodie. I got it from Foodie.
Yeah. Go over there. She's about to go live, and we are done with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming in today to Go Live Together. We really appreciate your continued viewership here.
Let Ryan close the show.
Oh,
Because me and Scott can't remember
Say
what
no
you
more.
said.
I can't remember it either because I'm here, but I'm not here.
yes, you
Okay,
are.
but then-
Come on. I'm even pulling the chat down for this one. Come on.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Have a good day. Something about love you. Have a nice day on purpose.
Ryan, we're going to do it
Love
like
you.
this. Wait, hold on, Ryan. Start moving your mouth. Watch this. Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into the show today. We appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never, ever forget, from all of us over here at Go Live Together, we love you. Good morning, and have a great day on purpose. Bye, guys.
Coffee in my cup, sun just peeking through. TV glowing in the kitchen like it always do.
Cheryl's laughing first. Jeremy's got that grin. Ryan's talking ports and plans. Ricky's reeling us in.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. There's swapping little secrets on packing light, packing smart. Which deck has the quiet spots where the late night stories start?
Scott's breaking all the tech news with that Scotty J screen star shine. I'm taking notes on napkins while my eggs get cold on the side.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. One day I'll book that cabin back by the door, heart on my sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Till then I'll keep on cruising through that YouTube show, make believe.
Go live together, start the day.
Sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, don't let go. You're my map and my talk show road. From cruise news to travel chatter, you bring us all on board. We go live together.